Hello, I'm Gary York, corruptionbehindbars.com. Also Gary York YouTube that you're watching now. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please, if you get a chance, check out my Facebook page, corruptionbehindbars.com, and hit like. And check out some of my videos on both. Tonight, while sitting in Central Florida, I want to talk about an incident that happened in Broward County, a sad incident involving the shootings of the students at the Majoy Stoneman Douglas High School. And we just had an announcement made by the Broward Sheriff Scott Israel that a school resource officer was caught on video for approximately 4 minutes waiting outside of the school and not going in to assist or try to stop the active shooter who was in the school taking lives of children and students. Now, I don't want a Monday morning quarterback, and I'm going to try to be as delicate as I can, because right now there's an investigation going on, and we don't know what the final outcome of that investigation is going to be yet. But in looking at the situation, the sheriff of Broward County felt that it was serious enough to suspend the deputy without pay. And in the interim, the deputy decided to retire, which he has a right to. So now the deputy is retired, but that will not stop the investigation from continuing. And the investigation will tell us whether the deputy did wrong or did the right thing. I just finished a video on my YouTube about some correctional officers who did not, or a correctional officer who did not assist a fellow officer who was being beaten by inmates. And also in that video, I talked about 2 captains who did not assist at Rikers in another incident. While another captain was being beaten, they ran away. They were demoted. And I just finished an article for Corrections 1 about fear in corrections, which fear in corrections is basically cowardice. But we talked about some of the things in the article about why people freeze up and don't help. Well, I wrote the article based on incidents in corrections, but now we have this incident with law enforcement. We have an active shooter in a school. He's taking lives of students. And we have teachers that are giving their life to protect students, covering up students. One was killed, and others were wounded while trying to protect students. And now we have an officer who will not go into the active shooter incident and try to stop the shooter. And we have to think about what could be some of the things that made him stop. In my article, I talked about fear. We're humans. We all have fear in us. And did he freeze up, and did he get scared? Was he afraid to lose his own life? I'm not making excuses. As a sworn officer or sworn deputy or police officer, it's our duty, no matter what, to risk our lives to protect the public. But these are some of the studies that have gone on in situations like this, when officers do not react and go in to assist. So we have the fear factor. We also have training. Was the officer properly trained for active shooter incidents? Was he trained by the sheriff's department for situations such as this? He was a school resource officer, so you would hope or assume that he would train for a situation like this, but we don't know. We'll give the benefit of the doubt and wait till the investigation comes out. Remember, all these are allegations now, but it's not looking good from the video. But we'll give everything a chance and let the investigation come out and see what the investigation reveals. So was it a training issue? Did he not know what to do in this type of incident? That could be. There's 2 factors. Another factor is cowardice. Strong word, but we use it in corrections when an officer does not help a fellow officer when they're in danger. Cowardice. Let's hope it was not that. Any way you look at it, the situation is not good. I don't think it's going to turn out to be good. And I think it's going to put a black eye on law enforcement as to why they did not respond and assist and try to stop the active shooter. The sheriff has also placed 2 other deputies on a reserve status, and they are being investigated to see if they acted properly or did not act properly in responding to help. So right now there's a total of 3 deputies that the Broward County Sheriff's Office has under investigation to see if they did their job in responding to this incident. The community and the families depend on law enforcement to protect them. And incidents like this really hurt and do not help our image. It may taint our image. It's hard to forget something like this when you have so many students that were killed, and it's not the officer's fault, but it may be determined, maybe, that the officers didn't respond and do their job, and maybe some lives could have been saved. We'll find out when the investigation comes in, and I don't want a Monday morning quarterback anymore, so I hope I haven't offended anybody, but it's an issue that's going to be looked at, and I've always said, let's don't bury our heads in the sand and pretend like it didn't happen. Let's get it out there, let's try to figure it out, and I know there's some very good investigators out there that will get to the bottom of it, and I know the sheriff will do the right thing, and he wants to do the right thing, and he's already taken action. God bless the families of those people and loved ones and children that were lost during the shootings. Please don't let this burden them more, and let's all pray for them, and let's all hope that somehow they can heal and recover from this terrible incident. Thank you. I'm Gary York, Corruption Behind Bars.